Morning Dish.
He's the hardest working man in show business. His band's music takes you into the midnight hours. And when you wake up, his voice is back on your radio alarm clock. How on earth did this happen?
Well, Jeff saw me taking out the trash at the radio station.
And he won another award.
But this one is better.
I'm your boogeyman. That's what I am.
It's the Morning Dish with the 2019 Radio Personality of the Year winner, Stephen Phillips.
You paying attention to this, Packy?
And Murphy's own Sherry Raines.
Yeah, you must have given horseback passes to the right guy, Stephen.
Well, giddy up.
And Packy Smith's Shetland pony is right alongside.
You guys know these demo tapes don't just edit themselves together, right?
Well, all right.
3 cheers for Stephen Phillips.
Y'all need to help Stephen Phillips out over there. Out the door and off the radio.
Here's Stephen Phillips.
All righty, folks, we're back with you. And all the way to Tupelo, Mississippi, we have got Paul Thorn. He's got a brand new album out, Never Too Late to Call. You can order it right on paulthorn.com, or you can stream it anywhere from your favorite streaming service. Good morning, Paul. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Man, we're just hanging in there. I guarantee you. We've been worried about you. You out on the road trying to make a living, playing music, and all this COVID stuff going on. How's it treating you?
Well, I started back out on the road a couple months ago, and the first couple weeks we were out, the attendance at the shows was great. It was actually even more than it had been. And then about halfway through the run, they had that second scare with this other kind of whatever kind of virus it was that was coming
Delta.
up, and then the venues went from being full to being like 1/3 full, and so it's just been it's been tough, because people are scared to go out to the shows, again.
Well, I see it. I know we talked to a lot of different people, but now your show, if anybody's ever been to a Paul Thorn show, you're going to want to go every time he comes through town, but you actually go out in the crowd. Are you doing that now? Or are you trying to stay kind of distant from people?
No, part of my thing, as you said, when I do a show, at the end, I always go out in the crowd and shake hands and hug everybody, but I ain't able to do that right now. So now, when I've finished my shows, I have to just leave the stage and go back to the dressing room, which that is not me. I'm a people person, and it sucks. I look forward to the day when I can get out there and mingle with people and enjoy their company, because I enjoy getting to meet everybody every night.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm like you. It's kind of scary. I've got a lot of people that's come through and they're like, come on down the show, and I'm afraid to go. I mean, I'm afraid to go, but I always send money, or something like that. But how's the new single, or not it's actually new album, Never Too Late to Call? How's it doing?
Well, at the moment, it's actually doing real good. The first week it came out, it was 55 on the Billboard Top 200, which I thought was pretty good. And it's number 9 this week on the Americana album charts. So it's doing something, and people seem to, the response has been good, and it's still fresh out of the box, but I'm proud of it, and people seem to like it, and that's all I can do is do what I do and hope somebody comes to the show.
Oh, that's a completely different album from what I expected. Because you're always hard hitting, but this is more kind of a down to earth thing. And I love what is it? Apple Pie
Moonshine.
Yeah, I love that. That's a cool tune.
Thank you. That song right there, Apple Pie Moonshine. I don't talk about it a lot, but during the pandemic and before the pandemic, I had developed a drinking problem, and it kind of snuck up on me, like it sneaks up on a lot of people.
Right.
And so. When I wrote Apple Pie Moonshine, I wrote that when I was in the clutches of being a drunk. And everything in that song, it kind of sounds like you're talking about a woman, but, women and alcohol have been used together in songs for hundreds of years. And but that song, Apple Pie Moonshine, is just how disgusted I got with myself, because the chorus, it says, I drink too fast, I drink too much. I just can't seem to get enough. You burn like whiskey, you're sweeter than wine. Damn you, Apple Pie Moonshine.
There you go.
And the the most important thing in the song is where it says "damn you," because it's how I got mad at myself for doing the same thing every single day, which was getting drunk at the show, getting drunk after the show, and then waking up with a hangover, and then you spend the whole day recovering. And I decided at some point I'm not doing that no more. And as of today, I haven't had a drink in 7 months.
Oh, that's good.
That's good.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah.
So Paul, what was the wake up call for you? What happened? How did you get to the point to say I'm going to stop?
It was a lot of things, but if I'm really honest, my youngest daughter, who's 17, she didn't say this to me, but she said it to her mother. She said, she said that when I was drinking, and we were here at the house, and I was drinking. She said it made her feel alone, and boy, that hit me right in the heart.
Yeah.
And it gave me a second reason. The first one was for my health, but the other one was for I don't want her to feel that way,
Yeah.
And it's some people can drink and it's fine because they have moderation and they can maintain moderation, but when you're in a business like the music business, and every single night when you're doing a show, fans do things like, they'll literally put shots of tequila on the front of the stage, and it's hard to control something like that because, I started out, I would take, just a tiny drink to go on stage and take the edge off, and that actually does work, but it just kept getting more, and it started taking more to get the effect. And then after a long road down misery lane, then it don't even do what it used to do anymore.
Right.
And that's when you really, I don't know, I can't explain it. Just all these things I mentioned, made me want to live and made me want to feel good, and I do now. And
but don't you find that being on the stage now sober, that your brain, or you're more witty, you're more alert, and put on a better show? Do you not feel that?
I swear to God, you hit the nail on the head. I used to think I needed it to get a rhythm, to be on, as they say. But man, when I was really able to put it behind me, man, my shows have gotten better. I play guitar better. I sing better. Everything's better.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been a pivotal. No matter what happens with this record, it is the most important record in my life. And I know people always say that, but this really is, because, like songs like Apple Pie Moonshine, and when that talks about me being at the basically getting close to the bottom, as they say,
right,
and then being able to redeem myself and change, that makes it. People say different reasons why an album is important. It might be important because it sold 10 million copies or something, but it might be important because it only sold 10 copies. But the person that put the record out, it changed their life. And the songs on this record, not every single one, but a good bit of them are songs about my recovery.
Right. So let me change gears just a little bit. If y'all have seen any of Paul Thorn's albums, you notice that a lot of them are his artwork. Now, you do a lot of paintings and a lot of art. What got you started in that?
I don't really know what got me started. When the first things I ever drew when I was a kid, I used to draw scenes of Kiss on stage. Yeah, because I grew up in a Pentecostal home, and we couldn't walk. It was against our religion to listen to rock and roll records, especially Kiss, because everybody knew that stood for Kings in Satan's Service.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I would draw, since I couldn't have any of the Kiss action figures or any of that stuff. I'd draw their pictures in my notebook at school. But I have some exciting news. One of the things that came out when I was a kid, Kiss put a comic book out, and the comic book had Kiss's blood in the ink that went into the comic. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Well, anyway, on my last birthday, my wife got me a Kiss comic book with blood and the ink
Oh,
for my birthday.
you got to
now
get some
full
of them
on-
little Nas
now
tennis
I'm a-
shoes now. They got little Nas tennis shoes that done the same thing.
Well, now I'm a fully developed Satanist. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
Now I'm in with Beelzebub.
Uh-oh.
No,
You better
you're
repent,
not.
brother. You
No,
better
you're not.
repent.
Hey, I'm looking at Paul's tour dates. He's actually going to be in the vicinity this month. He's going to be down in Atlanta.
Yep.
I guess you're still going to Atlanta. You're going to be in Greenville.
Yep. And then he's going to be at the Caverns, which is pretty cool. We had Steve
Yeah,
on
saw
yesterday
that
talking
in,
about that. He's doing that.
McMinnville.
I'm going to tell you something, Paul. You might think you are, but in with Satan, but I think the good Lord's watching out for you, because the other day you posted a picture where you was in Chicago jogging, and if you survived that, I'm telling you, the good Lord's with you.
Oh yeah. I was not just in Chicago. I was jogging down Cicero Avenue, which is the most crime-infested place you could go. But everywhere I travel in the country, I always get up in the morning and I go get a run.
Right.
And I don't even know where I'm at half the time. I'll just remember if I'll run down the street and then I'll say, okay, I got to turn left here if I want to make it back.
Yeah.
And I do all that. But my secret is I wear clothes that makes me look like a homeless person when I run.
Okay.
I wear shorts that got rips in them and stuff like that. And people think I'm a homeless guy getting a jog, and so they ignore me.
There you go. I don't know, man. When I seen you up there with that, I thought, man, the good Lord is watching out for Paul. Ain't no doubt. We're glad you made it through that. Now, do you sell your art? Do you have it for sale?
I've had, throughout my life, I've had gallery shows and sold art and stuff like that. And I have sold art. At the moment, I haven't been. I've just because art is something I do for me.
Right.
It's something I do for me, and my art is just like my songs. I want them to mean something.
Right.
And, another thing that's kind of exciting for me is there's a song on the new record called "Breaking Up for Good Again," and it's a duet with my wife, and the song is about the struggles of being married. And you can love somebody with all your heart, but at times you're going to get, you're going to need a break from it. You're going to get in arguments, or something ain't going to go right, and you have to take a break and cool down.
Oh yeah.
Well, anyway, not only is she singing on the record with me, September 21st, we are singing this song together on the Grand Ole Opry.
Oh, that is cool.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, she's never sang professionally, and her only experience singing was at the church choir, and she had a scholarship at University of Alabama to be in the choir, but she's never really been a singer per se. But
well, no better place to start than on top, right there at the Grand Ole Opry. There ain't no way.
She's getting all excited. I think she's excited about it, but understandably she's nervous, and she is trying to figure out what to wear, and all these things, and it's just it's going to be exciting though, because not just because we're singing it, we live it.
Oh yeah.
Every when you're in a marriage, it's like no matter how far down the road you get, you're still the same distance from the ditch.
Right. Now, how long y'all been married?
22 years.
Wow. 22 years. I did a show someplace with a guy that went to school with your wife, and I done one of your songs, and he's like, man, I love Paul Thorn. Said I used to not like him at all because he married the prettiest girl in school, and we was all mad at him.
Well, when you play the guitar, you can get a good-looking woman. You can be ugly. Look at Kenny Chesney, man.
Yeah, I know. Oh, man, will you?
No shoes.
Now, I have
no
to say,
shoes, no shirt. I'm a turtle.
Stephen is not a very great guitar player, but he's married to a pretty good-looking lady.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, yeah, and he's short, but he could go to Gene Simmons' yard sale and get some Satan shoes.
Yeah.
It'll jack him up a little bit.
I'll be ready to go. Yeah, I'll be ready to go. Paul, we've got to get to break, man. We got to get to break. Y'all can look him up, paulthorn.com. He's all over, and y'all are going to love his music. Check out this new album he's got, and, man, we appreciate your time. And we'll see. I'm going to try to get up there to that Grand Ole Opry. That would be really cool to see you and your wife up there. That'd have to be – you're going to have to be on your game, man. You got the wife there.
Yeah, Yeah, I am going to be. I've called all my girlfriends and told them to stay back. And they can watch. They can come to the show, but they're going to have to sit in the back.
There you go.
Are you talking about those old women that throw their brassieres at you? Is that the ones you're
Yeah,
talking
them
about?
old women. They come. The middle-aged women. They always show up in the front row with their doggy bras
Yeah,
on.
there you go.
You know what that is, right?
Yes, we know.
Okay.
She actually went out and bought her one right after she heard about that. So anyway.
Yeah.
Even I'm going to
you
kick
know.
you inside the head right here on the radio.
It's
Just keep
either
on.
that or a double-barrel slingshot.
There you go. All right, man. We appreciate you, man. We love you. We'll be keeping up with you.
Oh,
Thank y'all so much, and good luck. All right.
All
good
right,
luck
take
to
care.
you.
Thank you for spending a little time with us. And remember, you can tune in every morning at WJULradio.com at 8 a.m. Eastern. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us on Facebook, The Morning Dish.